What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Thank you for joining me for episode 43. So yes, I've done this 42 other times. Please, real quick, grab a pen and a piece of paper. If you're learning about options and this is all new to you, real quick, episode 3, I talk about options. I made an option video simplifying options, simplifying it. Episode 37, I talk about the way you must average down with options so you can potentially do not blow up your account. And if you're into stocks and you want to try options and your stocks are getting beat up 25, 35, 50%, episode 14, I give you a strategy on how to turn it around. So real quick, yesterday's episode 42 was max profit. So if you missed it, all right, I generally say that only for lifetime members. So if you're not a lifetime member and you want to learn something, episode 42, please watch it, all right? Quickly, about my platform. We're now 1,000 strong, okay? YouTube is like 2,300. Webull is like 12,700. Twitter, 5,100. My teachings work, all right? Proven results and proven organic growth. We don't use any marketing. So I ask everybody to please share this video if you like what you're seeing. And we'll get into the market. We'll get into what we're seeing and what's going to happen next week because that's what you're curious about, right? That's what I'd be curious about. But okay, let's keep going with that. The family is growing. I charge $3.49 a week, $3.49 a week, because I want everybody to join. I mean, it's simple as that. I just want everybody to join. And yes, there are rules, lessons, psychology about trading. It's all about a mental game on how you trade. That's what I tell people. It's numbers, it's data, and it's mental. And if you don't understand that, or if you have FOMO and you have no clue what I'm talking about, you really should join the platform for $3.49 and read all the rules and lessons, okay? Now let's get into the market today real quick, all right? Of course, the market was beat up. The Dow was off like 500 points. Tech even struggled, all right, even though the 10-year and inflation was kind of holding steady. The UVX spiked, all right, to its worst 13% at the end of the day. So we are set up for next week, and I'm going to tell you why, all right? The Dow was beat up for 10 straight selling days, with today being the strongest. So I'm a contrarian. I look at the charts, and most people say this dude is crazy. It's going to drop harder next week. I don't know. I see the demand. I see it building in certain stocks, and those are my indicators. So when you say, how does he know this market is going to turn? I have certain stocks that show me that are going to be strong next week. All right, let's talk about the trades for this week, okay? And then I'm going to talk about my watch list because you're here. You want to know what's on my watch list. Everybody hears how Love, a family member, has grown from $800 to like $46,000. I bet she passed $50,000 today. I didn't ask her, but maybe she's on and she'll share with us, okay? But everybody asks. She says she uses my watch list, stocks that I talk about on YouTube. She puts them down. When I enter, she's still watching. When they drop 20, 30, 40%, she loads up. When I make 40%, she's making 80% and she's out. She's very smart, obviously smarter than I am. Okay, so alerts this week, right? UVXY on Monday we got in. We got out on Wednesday at 33%. Tuesday we got in. Wednesday we got out at 50%. SNRE. Yes, I averaged down 3 times, 25% profit. So sometimes you must average down. That's why I say, please watch episode 37. It will safeguard you and teach you the proper way to average down, okay? STX, I bought more today on the dip. That's Seagate Technologies, all right? That's on my watch list. It dipped hard. I bought double the amount of contracts. Spotify, I alerted today that I was going in for a day trade. I told you when I was going in, and I told you I was going out at $247.50. I got a little greedy. It went to $248. I sold. I made 25% on that. Again, that was a public alert. I showed everybody today on Friday what my platform is about, how we interact with each other. It's big. It's a community. There's a lot of helpful stuff going on. All right, what else? UVXY, I made $90,000 this week. So yes, I'm sitting in $60,000 worth of options. And somebody said, hey, when's he going to average down? When's he going to average down? When's he going to average down? I thought it might pop at the end of the day. It's stupid. I think somebody actually thinks UVXY is a stock and they're trying to manipulate it at the end of the day and after hours. Meaning on Monday when the markets settle, it will drop hard. If it doesn't happen on Monday, it will happen on Tuesday. All right, I'll put my reputation on line. How many times have I put my reputation on line and been true? All right, you must trust the process. All right, what else? Oh, I alerted to EBON today in public Twitter. Again, I gave you the entry. Now, what happened after I gave the entry at $1.24? It fell to $1.16. You could have got in 8% better than me. And then what happened? End of the day, you're up 4%. So you would have been 8 plus 4. You would have been 12% up. I'm up 4%. AI, I'm currently up 10%. My Tiger alert from yesterday, I forgot to mention that. I'm currently up between 30 and 50%. All right. These are alerts that go on the spreadsheet. That's why I trade over 80%. All right. Tech should be strong. Tech should be strong next week unless the 10-year spikes. All right. Dow is set to rebound. I don't care what people say. I trust the process. I trust what I'm seeing. Okay. Now, for everybody else, all the platform members, whether you struggled today or made profit, and it was probably 50-50. Some of you had options that expired today that were more dangerous. Some of you averaged out. Russ, I'm talking to you. I'm so glad you bought out till next week because I was scared this morning that you were going to buy options that expired today. So here's what I got to tell you. Trust the process. Trust yourself. If you had a tough day or a tough week, the market had its worst week ever. If you're just even again, right? After your gains, you gave back $2,500. I'm talking to one individual. Gave back his $2,500 this week. The market had its worst week ever. The fact that you're still even is amazing. Most people are in the shitter right now. Most people are like, what the hell am I going to do? My account just blew up today. If you didn't blow up your account, and I've got $16,800 of options money to trade on Monday. Money that I kept on the side. I was going to average down with the UVXY, and I said I'm already 60,000 in. Why would I go harder? Let's wait till Monday. If it spikes, I'm going to buy all of it's going into puts. All right. So remember, follow the rules. We secure profits. All right. Remember the rules. We rinse and repeat. Small piles become big piles. All right. If you're in shit, whether it's a stock or option, and you think it's going to get worse, step out of shit. There's no reason to stay in it. If it's getting worse every day, 2% or 20% for your option position, there are times not to average down. If it's your stock, if it's my stock, I believe in it. If I tell you that I sell it, that means I don't really believe in it anymore. I'm transparent. I don't leave bag holders. And yes, to those clowns on Webull that post, hey, Matt, how's it going with your puts? I'm going to win next week. UVXY will go down next week. It will go sub 30. So snapshot it, all right? That's what we're talking about. All right, so I've got slides today. I've got my watch list for everybody, and then I'm going to answer questions. So please stick with me. Let me get rid of this and open this up. Here we go. I'm back with you. Okay, so let's go over my watch list real quick before we go into slides. Why? Because my watch list is important. I see demand, I see action, or it's a tracker that I use. So I'm going to tell you multiple stocks and what I'm thinking about that. Along with that, now the good news is I've got a new stock for Monday. And the fact that you guys are here watching me, I'm going to tell you about it now. I'm not sure what my entry is going to be, but I saw demand, and I know it's going to pop soon. And a few of you have mentioned it, and it's been on my watch list ever soon. So here's my watch list, okay? Let's go forward. All right, Sorrentino Therapeutic. I own stock now. I no longer own options. Okay, here's the stock for Monday. And if it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. Again, we're looking for the best position. And if there's a sell-off on Monday, which I'll know by 10 a.m., I'll know outflow. I look at the 1-month chart. If there's outflow, I'm going to look for the best time to get in. All right, here it is. Don't trade it up after hours, all right? It's even after hours. WISH. Yes, Wish. You guys have spoken about it. Context Logic. Why? It's a tech company. Cloud companies are doing well. Now, what do I see when I look at this chart? It spiked. It had 3 days of consolidation. And right now, demand is actually building. It's almost like a hurricane. It's building. So if you just logged on with me, Wish, WISH. That's the stock I'm focusing on next week. I got absolutely no position there. Oh, also, let's timestamp this shit. 4:38 p.m. If you guys hear other gurus talking about Wish over the weekend, guess what? They're probably watching right now. All right? There's a dude from Morgan Stanley. There's a dude from a hedge fund. All these people check me out on LinkedIn now. They're all financial institutions. All right? This platform is growing. It's growing organically. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you're here and you want to know about my watch list, pay this shit forward. All right? Share this video with someone. Tell them about the community we're growing. I did a public Twitter today so everybody can see what I do, how I care. I care about everybody's position. I want everybody to make money. So the people that are the clowns and the gurus, everybody else poking fun at Matt or saying stuff, oh, you're all going to lose your shirts. No, they just have opposite positions than us. They're long on something. They had a great day and they're making fun of us. But we're in position. If you're like Russ and you have UVXY puts or me for next week, my strike's 33. I'm honest. There it is. Boom. Yes, I expect it to drop sub 30. So my contracts will be worth $3. I'll be making 50% instead of losing whatever I'm at now, probably 18 or 19% on average. Yeah, so I'm down probably $12,000. No sweat. Zoom out. Bigger picture, everybody. So yes, that's a play for next week. I love that the UVXY spiked. That's why I should have bought more options at the end of today, but I thought they might spike it on Monday. The market is crazy right now. You see these swings? Again, if the Dow had dropped 1,000 points, I'd be more worried. It didn't. It almost capitulated. Anybody that doesn't know what capitulated means, it threw up on itself. It got everything out, and it's starting to feel better. That's exactly what I think the Dow's doing. It's been sick for 10 straight days, and today it just threw up. Do you guys understand that? Anybody that's been sick with like a stomach bug or a virus, you start to feel better. You take a sip of water, compose yourself, and you start to feel okay. Maybe you splash a cold towel on your face. All right, never that mind. Please pay this forward or even join my community. It's $3.49. Why? Because I give you market direction. I tell you exactly what's going to happen. Now, how do I know? I worked with these institutions. I worked for the hedgies. I know what their plan is. It doesn't change year after year. They're trying to steal your money. So I don't care if you're an AMC 8 kind of guy or if you're an old, slow time investor. It doesn't matter. The platform's for you. The theory's for you. Okay, back to my watch list. I almost got sidetracked there. AI, which is the artificial intelligence company. I love it. $59. Perfect. I got in about $58.50 today with some options. I think it's great for next week. The demand is there. When tech is strong next week, AI goes up. AI was at $72. So what am I expecting? Really? It's at 60. I'm expecting 70 by the end of next week. So snapshot that. AI 70 by the end of next week with a decent tech week. Now keep in mind, I think the Dow might be strong. What else? I'm looking at Square. Why Square? Nigerian Pete got on and said there were crazy options surrounding PayPal. Well, these two run together. It's like Canadian Solar and First Solar run together, or Neo and Tesla kind of run together. There are certain stocks that run together. So Square and PayPal. He mentioned PayPal. PayPal already moved. I jumped into Square. All right. When the market drew back, I bought a little more. All right. What else? Spotify. Spotify is there because I made a scalp today. It's a good stock. It's a volatile stock. So when it dips, and this is it, Spotify and just like Upwork. Okay. Two more stocks, Upwork and Spotify. Spotify goes, whoosh, it goes up to the ceiling, then down to the basement. At the basement, I get in. If it already showed me it's going to the ceiling, I get in and ride it up. That's how I knew. All right. I never really scalp anything. I always overnight trade it. But when I do scalp it, I mention it because some of you can't do that. What happened after I sold? It went back down. It plays head and shoulders. Okay. What else do I have? Vaxart. Okay. Why? Because some days there's heavy volume. When there's heavy volume, there's money to be made. So I don't trade this stock. I don't like the stock. But if people are buying it, I want to get into the ground floor. All right. I have XL Fleet because it's going to pop one day. But every day it goes up in the morning and then slowly goes down. So once it breaks that trend, I will be more interested. Yes, I sold my options at a slight loss today, closed at $7.95. I paid $1.20. I lost about 12%. I lost 12%. I admit it. Not all my trades are perfect, but it was not an alert for the spreadsheet. It was a personal trade. Personal trades are different. Spreadsheet trades, I'm over 80% now. All right. Oh, I closed out TRIT, which lost. All right. Transparency. TRIT, I had it since February. I moved it out. Each time it spikes, I would sell and buy the next month. Spike and sell, buy the next month. And finally, I just gave up. But you know what? TRIT really interests me because there could be a short squeeze. I know other gurus have spoken about it. In the past, I said there could, then there couldn't, then there could, then there couldn't. TRIT, could short squeeze. The borrowing rate is 101%. So it could easily squeeze, but the volume is so freaking low. It's like 500,000. It should be 14 million for a squeeze. So somebody has to get interested. Reddit, somebody has to squeeze them. If it squeezes, you'll know because as soon as TRIT has 3 5-minute sessions in a row of good volume, it usually just has one spike and gives up. All right, TRIT, Seagate Technologies, STX. It went from $64 to $104, and I didn't get in along the ride. And I said, as soon as it comes back down, now I try and call the bottom. If you know Matt's always looking for the bottom, less risk, more reward. So yes, I got in Seagate yesterday. I think I bought 3 options. I bought 6 more on the dip today. It was off 4%. Okay, it's a chip play. I think it's going to be back at $104 or something like that within a few weeks. So it's a chip play. I believe it's going to reverse direction. Again, Seagate, STX, it looks like somebody threw up. So the chart doesn't look good. This is Matt. This is my experience, okay? I've got many, many years. I'm pretty freaking old. All right, what else? Ford, because some guys are in Ford, and I think Ford is eventually going to go to $20 within maybe like 3-4 months. It's at $14 and change. So when it picks up again, when I see demand, until I see demand, I don't care about Ford. I don't want anything to do with Ford. But when I watch Ford and it pops 2% one day and 2% another day, and I look and volume is this much compared to this much, it'll tell me Ford's ready to pop. And when Ford's ready to pop, if you buy options in Ford and it moves, you don't pay that much IV. So Ford's a good one. Then I have the UVXY. Now don't worry about after hours. After hours pre-market doesn't mean shit, all right? When the weekend is calm, when the market opens up and there's no inflation or speak or anything like craziness this weekend, the UVXY will open up down like 3.5% on Monday, okay? It's going to open up down $1, 34.89. And what's it going to do? It's going to go down 9% on Monday. And if it's not Monday because it spikes, and I hope it spikes a little, maybe to like $37, I have so much money on the side, I can put it in. All right, so UVXY, that's another one. Romeo was beat up today. I'm going to see how low it went. $8.38. You guys know I like Romeo. I talk about Romeo. You know what happened in the day? It ended up 2%, 2.2%, 877, 40 cents higher from the low. The point is, the institutions do this to you. I can't say the word, but they're like this. That's what today was all about. The sell-off, the quad-riching, the scariness, the market, the inflation, everything was tanking. Bitcoin tanked. They're trying to F up the market. It was simple. And what happened at the end of the day? You saw some buying, and then it dipped again, and then there was buying, and then obviously the dip. People are getting out before the weekend. The point was, they created their own sale. I talk about sales, right, and buying something on a discount. And for platform members, I tell you Matt's rule, the 10-minute rule. So I get into something, it goes down 10 minutes later. I created a sale for myself. If I buy one contract, whatever it is, and it goes down 22%, I'm looking at my phone, I'm like down 5%, 8%. Oh my God, I thought I called the bottom. I'm down 22% at 10:20 a.m. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm an idiot. No, I tested the waters. It's my lesson. I dipped my finger in it, right? I bought one contract. When I'm off 22%, then I go and buy 19 more. So now I have 20 contracts at the new sale price. I created a sale for myself. That's why I look at these things. Okay, so Romeo's doing well. What else? Plug. I'm trying to see if Plug Power is going to turn around. Why? Because ChargePoint is off the freaking hook, right? ChargePath, right? CHPT. Every day, another pop. I'm thinking about transferring my position from Plug to ChargePoint. I've been thinking about it for 3 days, and every day it goes a little bit. Okay, here's the best one, all right? Cloud services are doing well. Tech is going to do well and pop another 15 to 20%. So I'm going to give you two stock plays right now. DDOG, DDOG, all right, it's a cloud play, and NET, which is Cloudflare, NET, okay? Now, both are right around $101. I liked NET. I saw the demand at 93, and I so wish that was the play this week because we would have crushed it, even in tough markets, and we've been crushing it. But NET going up like over $101, I mean, I see the demand. The same with DDOG. So it's not going to surprise me. If you look on my spreadsheet, DDOG, I think I have a price target of $130 or $120. It's not going to surprise me when NET and DDOG go up to $125 in the next few weeks or months. All right, $125. They're around 100 now. That's a big move. And if you play options and you go out a month or whatever, the momentum is going to be there. The trade's going to continue. So that's two more stocks. DDOG and NET, also on my watch list, okay? Triteris, I already mentioned it. Now, Virgin Galactic, I mentioned that because I'm curious what's going to happen to the stock when all these astronauts or these owners or CEOs go up in space. I'm curious. There's no real demand for it, and they're not making money, but it's on there. Fisker, I watched because I want to see if Jim Cramer's wrong. I got out at $19. It's off 4% today. So F you, Jim Cramer. He's such a tool. He's such a sellout, a suit. He wants people to like him. He wants all those AMC people to like him, the GameStop people. Then he wants the older generation to like him. Then he wants the people that he works with to like him. He's such a loser. All right? Tweet that out. Share that. Jim Cramer's a loser. Maybe we'll get some traction here. Okay. EBON. EBON. Why? It's been so beat up. So it's 366. It spiked to 374 before close. Somebody's a bag holder. There are lots of bag holders. So every time it spikes, it's going to sell off. But institutions are taking major positions in stock in EBON. They don't trade options. I trade options. And when I trade options, I go in the money. So the alert I gave today on EBON was the $2.50 calls that expire in July. I paid $1.24. It went down to $1.16. I think it closed probably around $1.26. I mean, the stock, 366. Maybe that's where I paid for it. Maybe it's $1.25. I've got Blink on there because Blink is very volatile, meaning on bad days, it was even this morning. It ended up down basically 4%. On good days, the next good day for Blink, when you see Blink up 1.5% in the morning or 2%, and you think the market will be strong to support it, Blink will end up the next day up 10%. All right? Right there, that's a watch list. When you see Blink, put it on your watch list, and it's up 1.73%, and it's like 10 a.m., and you think the market's about to get strong, then you should buy your Blink options because it's going to end up the day on 10%, and then you could thank me. You could tweet me and thank me. I've got Churchill Capital Corp, Lucid, because I think they're doing a name change soon, so I want to see what happens. I have Tiger, TIGR, because Tiger's a beast. Even in bad days, it was still 25 today. So somebody said to me, hey, your options position for Tiger that you gave out, isn't that a $25 strike? No. When Tiger was going down for 3 days, I said, not yet, not yet, not yet. When Tiger hit $23, I said, now we're buying. So I bought contracts $22.50 because it was in or at the money. And I paid, I think, $2.80. Some of you followed me up because Tiger went down another 20 cents after and paid $2.75. I don't know if anybody paid $2.70. The point is, it went up. I think we're still up 50%. So if people think you got the wrong strike, no, I got the right strike. I just called the bottom on that one perfectly. All right, Trevena, TRVN. They started a new drug testing. This stock could easily, it's under $2, $1.91 right now. It could easily spike to $3. $3 would be my exit. I have no stock position. I have no position at all. And I would not suggest options. If your stock is under $5 and you want a direct movement, if you're going to buy an option, you would have to buy like $1 option on the stock. If they even have it, I don't know. All right. I have Jumia because I'm waiting for demand to return to Jumia. When demand returns to Jumia, it'll spike to $39. It's currently at $29 or $28.74. So it's on my watch list. Again, when I see demand, when I see that volume one day and I look at the 1 month and I know inflow is strong, it's going to spike. Now, it's not going to spike 30% in one day, but it's going to spike $10, which would be 30%. It should be like 33%. It will move in like a 2 or 3 week period, 33%. You just have to catch on at stop number 1 or get on the first floor, second floor, third floor. It's going to the top. All right, there is demand for that stock. All right, Foot Locker and the Gap. I just do those because they're Dow stocks. So if they finally start to rebound a little, I know the Dow could be strong. With that said, Foot Locker lost another 2% today. The Gap lost another 3.5% today. So yes, the Dow is extremely beat up. The Gap was 36. It's 31 now. So it's off what, like 18% since it was pretty good like a couple days ago. The point is the Dow is beat up. It puked on itself. I think it's going to recover next week. In fact, I think both markets will. We're still in a bullish market. I don't care what people say. If the market throws out on itself, I will warn everybody, let's sell every freaking position, and the UVXY will spike even higher, and the SQQQ, all those bad things will spike all those ETFs. If the market throws up on itself, now we'll be part of it again. If the market starts off down 200 points on Monday, I will warn everybody. If it looks like it's going to throw up, it'll go from 200 to 500 to 7. Now, if it starts out minus 200, I think it'll probably end up green. And I don't expect the market to be off 200 on Monday morning. I expect the UVXY to be down a whole bunch. All right, let's talk about some more stocks. eBay off 3% today. I have it there because if it goes down to 59, I will be buying again. NNOX, NNOX, it's $30. I think it's a $40 stock. So it's there. I got to wait for demand. Carnival I have on there. AMD because there was demand yesterday. All right, Neo's had demand since it was $30, and now it's $47. Yes, I have some calls that are in September. I think I'm up 100% since I gave the alert. It's on the spreadsheet. It hasn't changed. It's in September because Neo was getting beat up. Remember, it went from 35 to 33 to 30, and I'm like, no, we can't average down. It keeps going lower. But some of you did, and again, we have September calls. Root, because I'm waiting for Root, the short squeeze on Root. I don't have any. I have some stock. I have Coinbase, but it's just hovering around 230. I don't have any stock, but I watch it. I watched Tesla, of course, and I watched Delta. Delta was up 0.88% today. I watched Roblox, and I like Roku, ROKU. And I'm so sorry I sold my stock for a few percent gain because everybody likes it. And I said at the time, it's a $500 stock, Roku, because everybody's got to use it for streaming. I read all these reports, and yet the stock went down, and it went down. I got scared, and I sold. I'm human. And I wish I got back in because now what is it at? 368, and it was like 318, 312, something like that. When a stock goes up 50 points, like 15%, you crush it. One of my platform members has NVIDIA, right? He had an option expiring today. It popped yesterday like 24%. Again, it's doing some type of split. So maybe that's it. Plus, they came out with some news. It went up again. I can't believe the dude. I have his picture from yesterday. I think he made 1,000%. Okay, so that's my watch list for now. I gave you guys some good stocks. I gave you a stock that I'm looking at for next week. I gave you some 2 good cloud plays, Net and D-Dog. Wish was the stock for next week in case you signed on late. Now we're going to do some slides. I'm going to try it differently, and if it doesn't work, we're going to blow them up the same way as always. Let's blow them up. I can't see shit. And then we'll answer some questions real quick. Hey, Boris, can we switch that up? So I'm small. There we go. All right, so this was a dude. Yeah, he's just saying how the platform's good. And that's all I need to prove is the platform works. This is the only type of marketing we do. So I'm sorry I do this shit every day. And maybe there are like 3 slides. Let's go to the next slide. Let's slide through them. But this is how I have to tell people. All right, this dude, he can't thank enough for effort. Yeah, I give a lot of effort. I'm there like 24/7. I mean, it's true. I can't see the returns, but hopefully you guys can. Oh, maybe I could blow this up somehow. Oh, yeah, I bet I can do that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so he's at 100 and something % return over the past month. That's awesome. Let's do the next slide. I should have blew this shit up from the beginning. Yeah, please. All right, 349 families. So that's what we are, a family. Okay, past month. He's up 13,000 in the past month. So yeah, it's legit. Okay, everything I do is transparent. So that's what I get excited about. I love results, and I want to teach you. Oh, after the slides, I'm going to tell you how not to blow up your account. Okay, there are like 4 or 5 simple rules how not to blow up your account. All right, next slide, please. It's important. All right, this was the Tiger call. I think it was up like 50 or 60%. It was up 14% at some point today. Next slide, please. Okay, this was Love. She had an account of 4,000. She took it to like 25 to 26. She blew it up. It went to 800 and change. 800 and change, and now she's moved way past me, okay? I'm still in the 30 range for that small account challenge. She took $800 in 5 weeks. That's it, 5 weeks to 40,000. Next slide, please. Oh, wait, no. She took it over 40,000. She took it to 44, and she said, hey, yeah, she was down to $856. She said, no, that was the next slide. 44,000 she took it to. That's where we were, I thought. I don't know why that slide disappeared. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, so she was securing profit at the point. The point is, yes, charts don't look like that. They don't go straight up. When your chart looks up for your returns, you secure profit, and you wait for it to dip. When you dip, you re-enter. She is the best about step and repeating. She's really awesome. All right, next slide, please. And congratulations. Anybody that can take under $1,000 and turn it into 40, that's at 44. I think she's at 46. It's amazing. And everybody should like applaud her. All right, hopefully. This dude, yeah, slowly rebuilding his account. What was that? 6,000 over the past maybe week, maybe? Okay, follow the rules. So the rules are important. Episode 37, when I tell you how to average down on options and how not to blow up your account, right? The proper way to average down on options is to give yourself more time. That's important. Now, my UVXYs expire next week. I had 24 today that became worthless, but I made $90,000 plus from the UVXY this week. So I'm not worried. I'm in for 60. I made 90. I had 24 contracts expire worthless, so I lost about $4,800. Next slide, please. So I made $85,000. All right, so this dude understands that everything I show you is based on my phone. I use my phone to simplify. I show you exactly what I see on my phone. My returns are ridiculous. Over 80%. Yeah, I use my phone. I use simple indicators, and that's what I share with my platform. So when I charge you $349, don't think I'm trying to steal your money. I'm not. I'm trying to reach out to the masses. There are 30 million new traders that I want to touch and tell, hey, this is how you trade. This is how you screw the institutions, right? To the institutions. They don't think you know how to trade. You scare sell, and they buy up your shit, and they turn around to sell it for a profit. Why do you think Goldman and Morgan, they're always talking about their billion-dollar returns? I mean, they always beat every quarter. All right, next slide, please. I mean, doesn't it upset you guys? Oh, this is NNOX. This is an alert earlier. NNOX spiked. So yesterday, exited out. What was the percent return? Total return. Okay, everything doesn't start out great. He was only up 366% overall. Yesterday was 640%. All right, so obviously he was down going into yesterday, but NNOX spiked. Boom, that's it. We only look for the one day where it spikes, and we plan ahead. When it spikes, this dude's like, all right, well, what's the max profit? Boom, let me get out. All right, next slide, please. It works. All right, this is Tiger. This is the alert I gave. It was up 78%. Now it's only up 50%. When I give an alert and I do not have to average down, here's a trade secret, okay? And there it is right there. So there was the alert. Someone said, did you buy the wrong contract options? No, I did not. So when I give an alert, okay, here's the point about it. If I don't have to average down, I think it's going at least 200% sometimes, maybe 250. If it's a different alert, I make 100%. If I don't average down, if I have to average down, then it's a fight. If it's a fight, I'll take 20, 30, 40%, and I'm happy because I was down 40%. When you're down 40%, you average down. When you're down again, you average down again. When it pops a little, boom, you clear out. It doesn't have to return to the initial spike. It doesn't. That's how you average down smartly. Episode 37. How many times have I seen that? Four times I've said that. Episode 37. Now 5. All right, next slide, please. So watch it. Episode 37. 6. I'll probably say it 10 more times. UVXY. We are in and out, in and out. Again, this is from yesterday. So I know a lot of us have the same options for next week, the same put options. And yes, the people that had calls today ripped it. And congratulations if you had a call. All right. I don't have any ill will. I know where this ETF is going. It knows how to do one thing, go down. When the markets stabilize, unless you think the markets are going off next week, 300 points a day. If you think the Dow's going to lose 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, again, yes, the UVXY will be like off the charts. If the NASDAQ drops 200, 100, 200, it'll be off the charts. Next slide. The point is we can get in and out. Here it is, UVXY. This is yesterday again. You rinse and repeat. Last 2 days, you buy puts on the spike. So anybody that has puts going out next week, we're going to be fine. Next slide, please. And yes, I love to talk about that. Okay, here it was, NVIDIA. And this is as of yesterday, before the stock spiked another like $20 today. His return was over 1,000%. His total return was 184%. But his return yesterday was I just love seeing 1,000. But 184%, right? And the stock spiked another what? 2-3%, and it's a $700 stock. So when it spikes 2 or 3%, that's like $14. Yeah, this dude killed it again. I know he sold today because I think it expired today. Yeah. All right, next slide. But $14, $5 to 29 is 600% gain overall. 600%. Oh yeah, here it is. So I wanted to make sure my funny face got on there, and we could tell you guys episode 37. I tell you how to average down, and if you don't average down, you blow up your account. I'm not going to forget it today. We're going to talk about how you can blow up your account, and then I'll field questions. But if you don't average down, you will blow up your account, or if you average down the wrong way. Next slide, please. So you got to watch that episode. All right, UVXY, pre-market, all right, public Twitter. I told everybody, we're not just buying right away. We're looking for the top. So I called the top once. I was wrong. I called the top twice. I got it the second time. It was looking good. My average, when I bought my puts, my average, the ETF was at $34 and like 71 cents or something like that. I know it's over 35. Is it close to 36? Let me just look. I forgot. Sorry. I just have to check. It's 35.89. So I'm over $1 off, which is 3%. So if it opens up down 3% or 4% on Monday, like I predicted, boom, I'm right even. Maybe I'm down 1 or 2 or 5%. It's okay. I know where it's going. The point is, I didn't want people to buy on open. If you bought on open, here's what you did. You bought 5 puts, it spiked. You bought 10 puts, it spiked. You bought 20. By the time the day was done, you effed yourself. And if you blew up your account, this could happen. This could have happened today. Why? Because I thought the UVXY was going down today. I did. And I thought it was going to 32 and change, not up $2. Well, I'm not perfect, and I don't have a crystal ball, but that's why we average out, and that's why we have next week's puts. I still have 24 contracts that became worthless, but I crushed it this week with UVXY. Next slide, please. Now, this was the alert I gave today. Just so you all know, I'm no guru that gets in or lies about the bottom. See the highlighted mark? That's when I called the bottom. That is when I bought my option to swing the trade, swing the couple options to swing a day trade, right? What happened 10 minutes later? Anybody? Yeah, we all know. Heavy selling. That shit went down after Matt alerted it, and I still made 25%. So anybody that takes my watch list, takes my alerts, gets in better than me, which is everybody. And again, it upsets me, but my trades are profitable. So if my trades are profitable and you guys do the right thing and average down, and when I alert to average down, you follow the rules and the lessons, you're profitable too. All right, next slide. By the way, blowing up my screen is so much better. All right, here's when I exited. So I just plan ahead. It still wasn't there, but I thought it was recovering. And I told you guys, when it hits this thing, this number, I'm out. Now, at that time, I think I increased it by like 10 cents or 20 cents because I thought I could hit 248, and I did. It actually went to 248.50. It might have went to 249. I don't care about that extra bit. I just scalped 25% on what did I put, $6,700 in, so I made about $1,800. All right, next slide. I show it off, but you got to plan in advance. All right, so real quick, ways to blow up your account. Ready? And these suck. First off, you could be perfect on your account. You could be perfect for like 9 months, and there could be one trade, and you just blow up your entire account off one trade. You're like, that's not even possible. It is, okay? If you average down the wrong way and do not watch episode 37, and your options are expiring this Friday, and on Monday you get beat up Tuesday. Today was the worst week in the entire year of both markets, the Dow and tech and NASDAQ. The worst week in the entire year. So if your options expired on Friday, even if you bought them out a couple of weeks ago, Delta, Carnival, whatever it was, the Dow's been beat up. The Dow's been beat up for 10 straight outflow days. So understand that. So if you're still even, you say you're up 16,000 and you're back to even, you still have 25, 30, whatever you have in your account. Say you're just even today. Congratulations. Today was tough. All right. Now, again, I'm positioned for next week and I still made money this week. And my alerts were 5 for 5 this week. And my alerts are currently trading at over 80%. So fact is fact. If you're new and you want in, just wait for the spreadsheet alerts. It's a lot different than my transparency trades. Transparency, I'm like, hey, I like this. I'm getting in. Hey, I bought some more. Hey, I'm thinking about selling. I lay it all on the table. I don't want bag holders. But when I say alert, 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 and then what do? I always retweet it because I don't need anybody saying I missed the alert or he makes this shit up or whatever it is. And then I love the fact that you guys get in cheaper than me. It just proves I am who I am. If you guys didn't get in cheaper than me, I wouldn't know what to do. Like it would be like, oh, bullshit, he got in $1.60. That was the low for the day. I mean, how many of these gurus call shit out and they're like, oh, yeah. And you see their charts, right? The charts of the gurus, and they're like the top, and it just points to a top. And they're like, beep, that's when we got out. And the bottom, it just dropped for like 1 second. They're like, beep, that's when we got in. That's when the alerts went out, this spot and this spot. And my Discord channel is crushing it. You know what I have to say to them? Come on, dude, be real. Be legit. I would love to go on a podcast with Jim Cramer or anybody else. And I would apologize if he would take me on his podcast, but he's a loser, so he would never do something like that. But anybody that talks about stocks, I would love to debate stocks with them because I don't know how anybody else is teaching. I don't teach one position. Hey, this is the trade you need to do. What I teach is a strategy. What I teach are rules and lessons. And if you follow the process like the 76ers did, all right, you turn your game around. And yeah, it's real money we're playing with. So anybody's like, oh, man, that's bullshit. I can't believe I wasted 36 minutes watching this dude. Or $3.49. Do you wonder why I make my platform $3.49? It's not because I like the number. $3.49, it's a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Anybody can afford it. So if somebody has trading the market and they have at least $100, and again, Romeo, who I spoke to yesterday, who's a lifetime member now, blew up his account to $84, went from $84 to $584 the next week, went to $2,100, went over $3,000, and is a lifetime member now. Oh, yeah, lifetime members are going to end soon. I think we have like 3 left maybe. Why are they going to end? Because I talk to 2 people a day and give private lessons and private tips and secrets that I give out, and I lose my voice. And I don't want to do 2 a day, and I'm waiting for the platform to blow up. So we're going to delay it to like July, and if the platform's still like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 25, we'll do lifetime members. But one of these days, it's going to explode, and we're going to have 5,000 members like overnight. When people realize what we're doing, that we're changing the way people trade. And someone's like, well, I'm new. I don't even know how to trade options. You learn and you have family, and I show you. It's not like I throw you in the pit. So I'm not asking you to do anything illogical, okay? It's all about that I care, and I want people to make money. We're in a pandemic still. I don't care if you have a job, you don't have a job, you're a school teacher, you work off the government. Who cares? You want to make money. If you invest in the market and you found me and you're watching this video, you're here for a reason. You gave me 38 minutes of your time. Now I'm going to answer questions because that's what I like to do. But please, please pay it forward. Share this with someone. I'll retweet it later. Please share it with your friend. Share it with anybody famous that talks about stocks. I don't care, Dave Portnoy, whatever. Blow his shit up. Tweet it 100 times at Dave Portnoy. Maybe we could talk. We need to expand the family. And I'm not saying that for your extra $3.49 so I get another soda this week. Okay? I'm saying it because we need to take the money back from the institutions. We need to take back the money that they're stealing from you. When you scare sell, if you've ever scared sell, please like this video. Subscribe to my channel. It's not because I know you, but I do. Everybody falls into the same category. I'm not trying to group you together, but I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to tell you secrets, little things I do on my spreadsheet that are going to improve each trade by 10 to 15%. Lifetime members know what I'm talking about. So imagine each of your trades were 12% better, and you trade 10 options a time, 5 days a week, blah, 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 blah. Do the math. You're talking about like $30,000, $40,000 by the end of the year. All right, let's get to some questions and comments and everything like that, and let's move on. Yeah. All right. Isaac became a lifetime member, I think. Some puts at the end of the day for next week. Yeah, of course. So here's the concept, and I'm going to simplify and dumb it down. Here you go, right? The market threw up on itself Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There was no actual good day. Today was the worst week out of the entire year. Tech got hurt. The Dow got hurt for 10 days in a row. It threw up on itself. We're almost at bottom. If we're not at bottom, we're almost at bottom. And I'm looking for one day next week to be super. I'm not sure what the news is going to be, whether it's going to be the Biden infrastructure deal or something, but it's going to spark the market. If it's not next week, it's the following week. It's going to happen once. I definitely think the market's oversold. So UVXY puts, yeah, I'm telling you, I think it's going down. Now, the reason I buy my $33 and $34 puts is because I want to be sure about it. When it's 30, I want to know exactly what they're worth. All right? That's how I figure it out. I always assume the worst. So risk versus reward. On that trade, I say if I'm wrong, I lose 50%. If I'm correct, I'm going to make 150%. It's a 3-to-1. On every single trade, I teach my followers risk versus reward. Before you jump in to any trade, say if I'm wrong, I lose 40%. If I'm right, I make 80%. As long as it's 2-to-1, you can make the trade. If you say to yourself, stock or options, I don't care, that your option could go down 50%, or you can make 55% if the stock goes like this, then no, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. 50 versus 55, you might as well go to a casino, flip a coin. Yes, so I'm happy about my options. I know Russ is in options. I know a couple other people in options, and I'm yelling or somebody else yelling. All right, next question, please. Hey, Matt, can I take a peek at the financial sector? Yes, the financial sector got ripped a new one. I can look at it, yes, but I'm going to tell you what it looks like, and it's going to look like a dump. And then at the end, when it looks like a cliff, it's going to look even worse. They're beating the shit out of the financial sector. I don't like financial sector. I don't even like energy, and people say energy is going to explode. I like specific stocks. It's a stock picker's market. You have to see demand. So, yes, I guess ETFs are okay. Let's look at XLF. I wonder if you have a position. You probably do. I mean, this looks like the worst thing I've ever seen. For the past 2 days, they finally realized it wasn't good and it wasn't the bottom. So there was inflow for 3 out of the 4 days prior, even though it was going down, which means people thought they were calling the bottom. And they were wrong by a far some. Now, it went off today. It's got to be close to the bottom, dude. Again, the same way I say the Dow's going to turn around, financials are going to turn around too. This looks so beat up. Yeah, it looks to be almost the bottom where it was in April. So, yeah, I think that's why I think the Dow's going to turn around. A lot of stocks are looking to their April lows. Since April, they've gone up. They just took it back. And what does the market like to do? Step and repeat. It goes up, builds a ladder, falls off a cliff, builds a ladder, falls off a cliff. Yeah, so, eventually, I don't like financials, though, so I can't tell you to buy it, but it's beaten up. I would rather play the Dow. But specific stocks in the Dow that I think will move quicker. All right, real quick. Here's an alert for you. Was it FCX? Fremont, right? So Pete Najarian went on CNBC today, in case you missed it, because you're working during the day, and he said there was heavy activity, call options. A lot of them, like 10,000, 14,000. August, all right? FCX, the stock was at $34. I think it closed at $36. $41 calls, which means somebody thinks it's going way north of 41, probably 44. Now, understand, it's a commodities play, and commodities have been so beat up. Ever since that one dude said, how do we invest in lumber? Lumber fell off the cliff. I don't know how to invest in lumber. I'm so glad I didn't. All right? We'll see what happens. All right, next slide. Next question, please. All right. Oh, yeah, by the way, you're seeing the green or the color because they're tipping a few dollars because they want to get their question asked. If you're late to the broadcast and you want to answer your question, we only have like 17 minutes left. I answer as many questions as possible in the 1 hour. All right, just because it's Friday, you're holding a ton of you. That should be a super profitable next week. Yeah, you're in great position. In fact, we should talk because if it goes down on Monday, I don't want you selling and taking whatever profit it is, 20, 30, 40,000. Because you need to make max value. I talk about max value. You're a lifetime member. I taught you a special lesson. You need to make the extra profit. I'm not beating up on you. No, I care for you. I want you to make this. You told me today, if this doesn't work out next week, it's your fault. No, I would feel horrible. If this doesn't work out next week, I would feel the worst I ever felt. I feel like I have bricks on my shoulder that I need to be right every day. Not to mention, we've killed it since episode 17, so 25 days. So, yeah, we're in great position. If I'm wrong, something's going to happen. There's going to be a major disaster next week. But if not, we're going to crush it. Everybody that's worried or you got in great positions today, even if you're a little negative, and I think Russ is negative like 12 or 15%, I'm negative like 18% on my options. I already mentioned that. See, transparent. I don't care. All right, next question, please. It's going to be a good week next week, and we're going to have a good $1 million day. It'll be our third day. All right, Wish was a pump and dump potentially. It's Kramer pumped. Hopefully, Kramer likes that stock. If Kramer likes Wish, I will not be. It's so hard not to be a player. The chart looks so good on Wish because it's inflow and demand. It's inflow and demand, and I think it was beat up. And I got to look at this because I can't talk about it and tell you I like it. Yeah, I mean, it was as high as $17, as high as $30. They've had 2 earnings reports since then, and the volume only picked up around June 2nd. So I don't think it was a Reddit play. I think somebody saw value and other people followed. And since it's been 3 straight inflow days, even though it hasn't really moved. So that is called consolidation. It only consolidates. It could consolidate for 3 more days, but eventually it's going to pop. And when it pops, I think it's going to 15, 14 and a half, 15. Doesn't matter. A 3-point gain on a stock like this, it'll be good. All right, next. I still like it. I like it. I'm looking at the volume right now. It looks great. I'm looking at the 1 year, the 3 month, and the 1 month. Can I explain exit price calculations? UVXY 36, it goes to 30. What would I calculate the exit price? I don't know. You watch and you wait. I mean, it's not going from 36 to 30 overnight. You have to make sure the direction's right. You have to look at the 1 month and make sure there's outflow on Monday. There's outflow on Tuesday. As there's outflow, you're holding. You don't care if the exchange goes up or down a few cents, and it won't because it moves hard. The same way it went up 13%, when it moves, it'll go down 15%. So if I'm correct next week and it goes down 15% and it's $36, let me break out my calculator. And it'll probably go down like 17%, but I'll do 15%. So I'll do 85 times, what is it, $36? That's $30.60. All right? And I actually think it'll go down 2% more. And 2% more is another 60 cents. So $30 on the knob. I figure this shit out. All right? I make predictions. My point is I make predictions about everything. So for this one, I said 17%. If it happens to move 17% from $36, that would be 30 on the dot. So yes, I make predictions. And when they match my other predictions, I know I'm right. Or I know at least my theory is correct. That if I'm correct, it should go down 17%. Oh, I thought $30. Oh, 17% is $30. No, I didn't pre-plan that. I make predictions and I see if they're correct. The more predictions I make, and the same, I want you guys to do the same thing. If you're watching me for the first time, make a prediction. Here's a prediction. I predict you guys are going to be back on Monday and watch me again. And I love that shit. I want to answer more questions. Next question. Hopefully. That was maybe, I don't know. All right. Has Stx found his bottom? Yeah, hopefully. It's looked pretty ugly. And today it was turning around until the market threw up. So again, it's a Dow play. It's a chip play. Chips are beat up right now for the last week because people took profit. So yes, I really like STX. Again, I bought out till July 16th. Not worried about it. Next question, please. AMC didn't squeeze today. Yeah, no doubt. Said AMC. I'd rather day trade with Matt and make money. Yeah, I mean, all these people that are in AMC that can go to the moon. I get it. But if you have 1,000 shares, right, that's a lot of money. Let's look at where AMC is at. I don't even know, right? $62, $52, $59. Okay, $59. It was as high as 65. People thought it was going to squeeze. It went down. They tried it again. Nothing. Went down. Tried it again. Nothing. And then fell off the earth at 3 p.m. when everybody realized it wasn't going to squeeze. They sold their stock. And then people bought it up saying maybe it'll move after hours. So at 3 p.m., people bought it up. And now it's $59. No, it's going to go down. It'll be under $50. Yeah, under $50 next week. Definitely. Next question, please. I'd rather be trying to make money. UAL was a solid trade today. Yes, airlines are strong. I don't give a shit that they're so beat up. When they're beat up, and we talk about the Dow's selling off in 10 straight days, right? But I tell you every day, we talk about Delta, I do. And I'm like, you know what happened to Delta today? It lost 11 cents. It lost 16 cents. It wasn't like it lost $1.50. No, airlines, decent play. There is demand. Good call. Next one. I like all airlines. I don't really like United, but I do because United is more international. So if we're opening up and we're trading and we're doing everything with the UK and there are more flights, United's good. All right, let's get another question up there or comment. Yeah. I like cats and I like Natalie. Natalie, thank you for joining, and I thank you for joining because the makeup of my stream is about 92% men, 8% women. For men, it's like 20 to like 40 basically, but there aren't enough women. So Natalie, please, if you're getting something out of this and you know other ladies that involve in trading, I want everybody, man, woman, trans, doesn't matter. I want us to crush the institutions. All right, let me look up Cat, please. Sorry. Gotta get carried away sometimes. We all know that. All right, hold on one second. I'm sorry. I was looking up something else. CAT. Okay, Caterpillar. Okay, it's been heavily beat up, heavy selling. All right, there was finally inflow today. So Caterpillar was a Dow play, was actually doing pretty decent because it's a play for building the construction, all that shit. Infrastructure. Sorry, I lose myself. Okay, up until about June 9th, and then it just sold off hard from 240 all the way to 208, okay? I don't think it's bottomed yet, but it definitely is rounding the corner. Inflow is greater today. So from 240 to 208, that's $32. That's got to be 14%. 14% in like 4 or 5 days for a Dow stock like that is pretty significant selling. Now, the people selling, they're not stupid. They didn't sell to jump back into the bottom. They don't think it's the bottom yet. So you need to see at least one more inflow day before you can jump on Caterpillar. And if you see another inflow day, there might be selling. So I would wait for 3 out of 4 green days, meaning you look at the 1 month chart. When you see 3 out of 4 inflow days, you're okay. Okay? If it's 2 and 2, that means it's fighting itself. We don't do that. We look for demand. Once there's demand, the stock will respect that and move accordingly. Once there's more inflow, it's supply and demand. Less supply, more demand, the stock goes up. Right now, there are just people selling it. They're shoveling it out. People ate it today. It still went down 0.28%, but there was more inflow, and the volume was decent. If you see another volume decent day like we had today, even if it hovers 208, you're okay. Next question. Decent stock. I almost want to add it, but I don't think I'd have a good play on Caterpillar. I'd rather be in other Dow stocks. Okay, hey, I have $100 stock options. How should I do it? Also, what do I think about Upstart and XPEV? All right, first off, if you have $100 for options, you can't afford the options. Number 2, Upstart, you can't afford those. It's too expensive. And XPEV already moved with NEO. The same way NEO moved from $30 to $47, PEV. Crushed it. It's been crushing it for a month. But I am going to look at it because you're on here watching, so I'm going to give you the respect that you deserve. So Upstart, UPST. Now, Upstart moved from $92 all the way mega up to like one. Yeah, I mean, it blew up. Remember we were watching Upstart? Yeah, okay, so let me look at the 1 month chart. No, it's still going down. I wouldn't get involved with Upstart. It'll probably hold. If it holds 120 to 125 for a few days, you could invest. It will turn around. But if it does not hold 120 and goes sub 120, then no, I wouldn't be starting. Okay, also you can't afford Upstart. Okay, XPEV. Let me look at that one too. And then I'll tell you how you can do your options. But you need more than $100 for options. You do. With $100, you have to just make a stock play and let it go up 10%. I mean, it's going to be a slower play. Or you have to buy an option that's out of the money, which means you're breaking my rules. So you could use my alert. But if my alert's for a $2.50 option and you have $100, you might have to go a strike price higher and hope that I'm correct. And where I make 80%, you can easily make 80 or 90 or 100%. You might make more than me percentage-wise, but yours will be riskier. So as long as you know the risk, then that's fine. All right, but the X thing, yeah, I mean, it looks strong. Strong inflow today, looks better each day since like the end of May. I mean, this is sub 30. It's $45. Sub 30, 45. It's gone up 50%. It's great if you found it a month ago, but if you find a stock that's up 50%, yes, and NEO could go higher. This could go higher. This is a trend, but it's a more riskier trend. Remember, in the last month, it's up 73% in the last month. 73% is a stock. Okay, next question, please. Amazon calls next week. Okay, so it's going to be a tech. Would have tech have to do well. Now the good thing for you is institutions like the FANG, all the stocks of the FANG, and Amazon's part of the FANG. So if they think tech is strong because the 10-year is still weak, they will invest in Amazon because they're the only ones that can afford Amazon. When they have $23 million or $50 million, they've got to buy like what? A couple thousand shares? Or if they invested $50 million in an $8 stock, you would see the stock skyrocket. And that's what I see sometimes. But let me look up Amazon real quick. AMZN, right? Yeah, I'm learning things. Okay. Yeah, I mean, last 3 days, heavy buying. In fact, when it bottomed on June 4th, June 5th, demand and inflow was small. Then they had a consolidation for a 3-day period. And the last 3 days, huge volume. So institutions are parking money at Amazon. So will it continue? Yes, it will. Don't be surprised if Amazon crosses 3,700 next week, 3,800. Tech should be strong, 37, 38, okay? I don't know how much the options cost because they're too expensive for me. I don't even like to play in Tesla options. All right, next one, please. But same thing, same principle. Tesla looks good because institutions and big banks, they're the only ones that can buy up hundreds of thousands of shares, 20 million, 40 million, 60 million, and they're buying it. Tesla's chart looks great right now. I don't know how high it can run. Some people say 1,000, but I don't think so. Hey, I'm starting with $1. I hope you're starting with $1,000. Any suggestions for options next week? Okay, Patience, yes. So if you have $1,000, here's how you want to invest, okay? This is a lesson for anybody. 25% rule, which means you take 25% of your money. Boom, $250. I give an alert. Hopefully it's $250 or less, all right? That's all you want to do. You want to keep the $750 on the side. Why? If your option goes down 40%, you buy in for you buy for $3. You buy for $3, it goes down 40%. You buy two more at $1.80. So another $360. So that's how you use your money. And you still have money on the side in case you need to average down. Episode 37, please watch that, especially if you're new with options. I'm not steering you wrong. I'm trying to simplify so that when you go in, you buy the right option. I've had people buy calls when I say put, and they buy calls, or they buy the wrong strike price. They buy out of the money. And when mine moves, theirs doesn't because they're so far out of the money. So yes, it's important that you watch and understand options. Next question, comment. Plug, update. Yes. So I mentioned this earlier. If you missed earlier, I mentioned ChargePoint. ChargePoint has such good demand right now. Neo has such demand. So those might be, I might actually exit out of Plug. I'm going to look right now. I haven't looked at Plug, but it hasn't been moving. I thought it would be around 30. It's not. The volume's the same. So the good news is there is not heavy selling, which means I don't think it's going down much lower. I think we're basically at the bottom, maybe 28.50 if it goes down tomorrow or Monday. However, it'll rebound, it'll bounce, and it'll bounce north of 33. However, could take a month. So yeah, it could take a month for Plug. Good news on my Plug options. September options at $25. I'm in the money. I'm already profitable on those. Next question. Yeah, so I mean, once I see demand, I'll alert it. But right now it's like one day, half day, there's demand, half day it's out. We had 2 days inflow, 1 day outflow, but no big spikes in volume. So today's volume was 21 million. If they do 60 million, 50 million, that is a spike. All right, IVR. Oh, I heard this is like Invesco, right? And people talked about with mortgage, how Invesco should be so blah, blah, blah. I don't listen to anybody that says that. So right away, I'm not that happy. But retail traders, if that's the way they think, oh, Invesco, mortgage, oh, homes are going up, oh, mortgage inflation is going up. So that sounds like a good one. I mean, ever since it spiked on 6.9, it's been consolidating. So yes, it could spike again. It's not a trade for me. I'm looking at the chart. Yeah, I don't like it, especially if housing goes down. It could be at the top going down right now. I would stay away from that one. Someone committed for 2 weeks. I've even enjoying the rest of my. Yeah, I would be careful on that one. I'm serious. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It could be an uptrend, but it also could be the start of a downtrend. All right. So I'd be very fearful of that one. Next question. ASML. I don't know what that one is, but I hope it's not like a penny stock because I don't like penny stocks. ASML. What's the stock? I've never heard of ASML holding. Definitely not a penny stock. Not one that I can afford, though. $671 off 4% today, which is $28. The only high-priced stock I like is associated with Bitcoin. It's MSTR. It's like the Fort Knox of Bitcoin. But let's look at this chart. Let me see the 1 month chart. Okay, huge sell-off today. There must have been news today because everything was looking nice until today. It could have been a little consolidation. So, yeah, I wouldn't be invested in this stock either. It looks like it could sell all the way down to 645. If I'm wrong about next week and it doesn't pop next week, and next week's a shitty week to start on Monday and Tuesday or something like that, this stock will lose more percent. It'll be 645. So I would be careful. It's an expensive stock. I'm going to lose this $30, $40. You have 100 shares, a few $1,000s. It makes sense. All right, next one. All right, PSPDSD was fun. Jump in, out, scar money. Oh, is that the one I gave out the other day? Is it? I thought it was PBS, or maybe it's PDSD. I didn't think that was the ticker. No, it was like PBSD, right? No, PBS. All right, that's not a stock. I gave a stock out the other day. It had a good run. Next question, please. Sorry. Yeah, I made a little cigar money. All right, thoughts on? Okay, this one, which Biogen, right? Is that what this one is? I don't know where it is, but I'm so curious. I haven't looked. Okay, 388. There was inflow today. It went up 1%. I still think it's going to go down. Okay, outflow beat inflow today. Yes, big push end of the day. My remaining puts for the next week are safe. 390 and 380 take a significant profit already. Yes. So if you got into it on Monday, sorry, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it went down. It was as low as 386. It was 381 today. So yes, when it was 386 and it was up pre-market and it goes to 381, you take profit. So yes, you have more puts. Yeah, this one could drop significantly. I think it could go to the 370 mark. So I don't know. I will be a watcher. You know what? I want to add it to my watch list. I don't know why it's not there. All right, next question. I'm glad you took profit. I teach taking profit. Tesla puts at a 400 strike printed even with Tesla moved up. That's just stupid. I mean, I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm saying whoever paid for them, that's fine. I mean, maybe they were scared. Tesla, the volatility of the market spiked, and someone said, I want to buy Tesla, puts at 400. That's great, but I don't think so. BlackBerry calls 19 strike printed even though BlackBerry went down 30 cents. Yeah, the market doesn't always agree. It's supply and demand. So if you wanted those puts, I don't know who the hell would want Tesla 400 puts. I mean, there's no way those hit. I don't even know when they expire. Maybe if they expire in like next year. I don't know, but thank you for the information. Next question, please. All right, has MU found a bottom? I'm thinking can go to 60. I don't like MU because I know, and it's funny, it's a chip play, just like Seagate, right? So I guess if MU goes down, yeah, same as Seagate. Has MU found the bottom? Jim Cramer likes MU. That's why I don't like MU. I like Seagate Technologies. Same pattern. They moved together. Huge outflow. They thought it bottomed maybe yesterday. Today was huge outflow. It threw up on itself just like the Dow. So I think the Dow could struggle, but I think it'll be okay next week. So going forward, I think it'll be fine. I liked chip plays going forward. Next question, please. Oh yeah, thank you for that super sticker. That's what it's called, super sticker. All right, is that Luminate or something like that? I hope that's not like the $2 stock. LUMN. And I've been wrong. Lumen Technologies, $14. Huge outflow today. Even when there's been inflow for a couple of days, it looks terrible. I would run for the hill. Last month, it's only in the 1 month that it's been trading, it's only down 3%. However, the last 5 days, you're looking at 6% off. It doesn't look good. So no. And thank you, everybody. We are done for the day. We're over an hour. I appreciate everybody. Yes, PDSB. Oh, it ran out today. Good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I still have my stock. Let me just look at that one real quick. PDSB. How hard did it run? Oh, okay. $11.50. That's fine. I was in at $10 and change. It ran to $9. I just held it. I still have my stock. I think I have like 2,000 to 3,000 shares. All right, everybody, have a good evening. Have a good weekend. Thank you for joining me. UVXY down next week.